Stephanie Bain, I have a books. I'm a book nerd. There's so many books. Hello everyone, today's video is going to be my January wrap up. I completely got for a moment. I read 6 books and 3 like short book novella-y type things and a first chapter of another book. I started off strong and then somewhere along the way I kind of lost myself and didn't read. And it's always the same thing. I think it's easy to just assume Stephanie's always gonna not read for about a week and a half out of the month. So the first book I read this month was City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. I gave it a 5 out of 5, but I have to say it is my least favorite of the 5 I've read so far. It was okay, but there was a lot of issues that I had with Jace in particular. I don't know. But it was still good, but I kind of feel like this should have just been added to this because not a whole lot happened in here that I mean, a lot happened, things happened, but I don't know. But it was still good. So I don't know. Then I read City of Lost Souls. I have a book tuck on this, so I'll link that down below so you can go see it afterwards. But this is my favorite out of the series. A 5 out of 5 stars for sure. I savored it. I loved it. I love the character development in this book, the plot development, every development there was absolutely perfection. And yeah, there's really not much more I can say about this, but it was just so perfect and I love Sebastian / Jonathan. Then I read Red Rising. I actually was gonna start just dive into Golden Sun when I got it, but I wanted to reread this and I reread it and oh my goodness, I enjoyed it 10 times more this time than I did the first time. I feel like it's one of those that just keeps getting better every time you read it, but I loved it, I enjoyed it, and Darrow, my sweet Darrow, how I love thee. But always 5 out of 5. I read and took forever to read because I literally didn't want it to end. Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. I literally finished this the 31st. I finished it the last day of the month because I'm like, yeah, I can't drag this on to the next month. Oh, I love this cover. It's like, it's so pretty. It's so beautiful. I love it. I actually already filmed my book talk gasping about everything that happened in the book video, and that'll probably be up this week. I've just later on in the week, but this right here was a work of art. The series just keeps getting better. I don't want it to end, but I also can't wait for Morning Star. So Pierce Brown, I love you and your writing and your books, and I love Darrow. Oh my god, so much. There's just a lot of stuff that happens in here. Insane all over the place. It's just like, so I really loved it. There's Icarus at the Edge of Time by Brian Greene. It's just a short story about a boy who gets too close to black holes, gets kind of pulled in type thing, and then when he comes back out, he is in the future. It's really awesome, really good. It was really enjoyable. The pictures of the space, see, that's like the black hole getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it just has like, you know, a little bit, one of these, the writing, like here the writing is like all around the edge. It was just super neato, and yeah, I really loved this. I enjoyed it, so did my nephew, and I gave it a 4 out of 5, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember, but it was really good. The Biplane Houses by Les Murray, which is a book of poems. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. Some of the poems were really, really good. But as I kept going, I noticed that this one, it's one of those types of writings that the author gets lost in their own words. And I don't know if you're trying to show off or not, but I got lost and it was very distracting towards the end. Definitely not my favorites, but it was still good because there are some good poems in here. And I believe he's an Australian author. Yup. Australian. Then I read, because these books are so fast and easy to read. Burned by Ellen Hopkins. I gave this a 4.5, 5 out of 5 stars. One of those two. Oh, it was so sad and so beautiful, and I missed, you know, I've only ever read one of her books, but I'm really glad I got this one, and I do want to pick up the one that comes after this, and I want to get the Crank Glass, whatever other one that is, because I've only ever read this one and Impulse, and I loved both of them. Super good, I would highly recommend it. Very depressing though, really sad, but still beautiful at the same time. This one was definitely not as sad as the other one, although it was still sad. I don't know. I'm conflicted. And then I started to read, but I don't know if I'm going to continue it at the moment. I'm not sure if I'm in the mood for this. I only read 14 pages of Devil's Kiss by Sarawat Chala, and I hope I'm saying that right. That's how I'm pronouncing it. It's good. I like the first part, but I'm taking a break today from reading. Today's Sunday, by the way. I kind of just want to dive into some other books that I have in mind that I want to read. So I'll probably put this back on my shelf. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and take this out. And I will read this when I am in need for a really fast read. Because this, like, it's a super short book. So obviously I didn't finish it. But I did read... I read, what is it? My Name is Mark 9 by David Weiss? I don't know how to pronounce his name. I read this. It's like super teeny tiny, really short. And I'm not going to lie, I really love this. This is free, I believe, on the Kindle store. I don't think I paid anything for it. But it was really short. It was a really entertaining read. I loved it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. And I wish there was more to it than what there was. I loved it. It was so awesome. Finding Cinderella by Colleen Hoover. I know that this is a novella to the Hopeless series, but when I read about it and I saw that it could also be read as a standalone, I picked it up because I have never read anything from Colleen Hoover, and this was, I think, a great introduction. Short, not so, it was just beautiful. I had the feels. It was super quick read, and I really enjoyed it, so I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. But those are the books that I read this month, and I hope you guys had a great reading month for the beginning of the year. I'm happy just because everything minus the book of poems was amazing. Even City of Fallen Angels, it was still awesome. I loved it. I loved getting back into the world because I had taken a break for a while. But yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video, which I'm going to go film right now, which, as you should know, will be my TBR. Because my TBR is kind of all over the place. Bye!